the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here at the Big Bad Mamma Jamma Talladega Super Speedway. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I'm your host for all of tonight's festivities and the great racing action that is about ready to come your way, known as the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight, and we have a special occasion here tonight. I have quite a gathering of ragtag individuals here with me, and we're all here for one reason, gentlemen, so let's just go ahead and set the stage here. I have Rick Seabrands, Les Levy, David Overstreet, Ernie Williams, and Logan Helton all here to share some stories about one Mr. Crow. So, gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys have the floor here right now.
Well, thank you, KR. First off, I just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with the whole Crows family, Jimmy, Maria, everybody. They're dealing with an incredible, difficult tragedy here, and without those guys, a lot of us probably wouldn't even be in this position, being able to run in such a good race like this on Monday nights. You know, they taught us all so much about the respects of racing and what good hard racing is all about. So. Really says a lot what the Crows have meant to this community, that reaches across multiple leagues, races dedicated to him, and OP is no different tonight. So major props to Alex and Cody and all the owners for stepping up and making this night about Jimmy Crow Sr. and what he meant to this community.
Well, and Rick, you know, apparently Jimmy had quite a few people he's rubbed shoulders with. So Rick's not the only one who has a story here. We got several other people, but man, guys, the floor is open. If somebody says something and it triggers a memory, have at it.
Yeah, I echo what Rick said. Thinking about the family back in Arkansas, and Jimmy Crow Sr. did a whole lot for iRacing community just by hosting races. He would host races and not even race himself. He just loved to host races for people. And I remember the final 3 words he used to say every day for a race is race clean and with respect.
Oh.
That's the only thing he asked for.
Yep. Kept us up a million nights, man. I know Jimmy would run during the day, then Senior would pick up at night, so there would be times that you would run 16, 18, almost, 24 hours with them guys, because they were just so much fun to be around. Jimmy Sr. being a veteran, he always thanks veterans and everything, man. They're really good, down to earth, good-hearted people. And like Rick said, man, we fell in love with them from the first time we got in rooms with them. They taught us so much, and just like he said about respect and how to have a good time and the right way and stuff. And I don't run a lot of asphalt, and man, it's carried over into my dirt. How I respect people on the dirt side of things is just it's just how them guys taught me. You know what I mean? It's just they were just good-hearted people. And from day one, as soon as I talked to Jimmy Crow Jr., I knew that me and him would be friends for a while. Then once his dad got started racing, you know, you just knew you'd be in there with him. And like I said, man, I would sit and race with them guys 16, 18, 20 hours a day, man. Jimmy, just can't wait till Jimmy come on. We'd race Indy cars at night for many, many months.
And, you know, Ernie, that brings up a point, too. No matter what time you got in at night and you asked Jimmy, how's it going tonight, you could tell in his voice right away if we're having a good night or if we're having a bad night, because it meant so much to him
Right.
You know, it hurt his heart when we
Yeah.
were having bad races, man.
They-
And it very rarely happened because he always put on good shows. And they prided themselves on that
Yeah,
stuff.
they cared more about us than anything is right, man.
Absolutely.
They really do. They took a back seat to everything. They wanted to make sure all of us had fun, and that was the most important thing to them. I mean, it
Yeah.
really deep down inside it was. And if they thought we wasn't having fun, they pretty much took it out on themselves, like, you know what I mean, and just tried to make the next one that much better.
And that's
You
why
had to love
that's why this whole family to this day has such a dedicated following. Because you know, when you're getting in their crow's room,
That's why,
whether it was
that's why
juniors
we're
or
all
seniors,
friends.
you
That's
was
why
gonna
we're all
have fun.
friends. We all got that connection. Jimmy Crow. I met Rick Seabrance in Jimmy Crow's room. I become very good friends with Rick. Les, David, all them guys right through that room. Every friendship I made with 90% of the people that I raced with on asphalt was made with Jimmy Crow. I mean, there was good
Big
people
Ernie, you
around him.
remember that first season we came back at OP after he ran all them 24-hour-day rooms. I remember I took a poll the first race or two, and you said, "I know where that boy's been running."
That's right.
Okay,
That's
I
right.
didn't learn how to get a poll in Jimmy Crow Sr. and Jimmy Jr.'s room. I learned how to race with respect, right? And to me, I don't give a shit whether I finish first or second, pardon the phrase there, KR, but to me, it's what it says on the side of a bunch of our checkered flag motorsports cars. It's racing with respect.
Yep.
If you can't get out here and do that, you don't belong. And we all learned that from Senior and Junior.
They'd be many a nights were the IndyCar guys, some of the IndyCar guys, because Jimmy Senior always ran in the back. He never qualified, always ran in the back. And there would be times where I would run in the back, not even worry about racing, and just sit and talk to him for the whole race. And there'd be 2 or 3 people back there just not even worried about the race. We just sit back there and talk and just watch while we're on the track, man. It's just so many good times with him.
You know,
his
you
rooms got a respect too, because he got Joey Logano and Tony Stewart would come in there, and
Yeah.
they knew if they came
Absolutely.
to that room, they're gonna have a good race.
Well, and you think about the community we built. You remember when you guys all go back. You remember when Senior's PC crapped out on him, and we all got together with the help of Jeff Scott and Ford and Payment Group, and we bought Senior a PC because in my heart, that guy loved what he was doing, and he was doing it for us. And
Exactly.
you know, I just think about my life. That's one of the most proudest moment I had was getting that guy back online for all he was doing for us.
We missed him. We missed him, man. There would be times he would get on, like, I think he had problems with his steering wheel a couple times, but he would get on host rooms and just talk to you. I mean, he didn't, sometimes he wouldn't even race. He would just want to be, the camaraderie, the people he was around. He loved everybody, man. The whole family. I mean, even down to Marie. I mean, you see her on Facebook. She's very supportive. I mean, just the whole family, man. You could tell they're just nothing but a good-hearted bunch of people out there, man. I love them to death.
You could definitely hear in his voice the happiness that he had watching and knowing that he was putting on a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Logan, what do you got to say? I remember when you jumped in that room as a young man, and they all watched you last night. What do you want to say?
Yeah.
Just that I wouldn't be here right now doing all these events and stuff racing with you guys if it wasn't for them. I joined whenever I was like 14 years old, and nobody would give me a chance to race with them once they heard my voice. They'd kick me out because they thought I couldn't drive. But Jimmy Crow Jr. and Jimmy Crow Sr. gave me a chance in their league, and I grew and I learned how to race, and I learned how to make good moves, and I learned how to stay patient, and it was just some of the most fun I ever had. And now I'm glad that I can say Jimmy Crow Jr. taught me everything I know, and Jimmy Crow Sr. gave me my first ever chance in an iRacing room.
I think he taught you pretty good after last night.
Absolutely. And boys put a lot of time over there. They care, like I said, man. They care about things over there. So once they take you underneath the ring, because I'm a dirt guy. I mean, KR, you know, I mostly run dirt 5-6 days a week. I come here on Mondays and race with them guys. And I'll be honest, the only reason why I do come and race is because Rick Seabrance, Les Levy, the guys are in this room because of what Jimmy taught us 3.5-4 years ago. You know what I mean? Hey, them's good people. Be friends with them, you know what I mean? And me, like I said, man, I can call Rick or get in Rick and say, hey, man, I'm going to run this race with you. I get in their TeamSpeak room every time I see them if we're not on an OP night, man. I just jump in their open arms, everybody. And this all comes from being taught that respect word with Senior and Junior.
Just a family. Whole community's family, man. And when one of us is hurting, we're all hurting.
Absolutely.
100%.
Well, gentlemen, we are getting ready to roll into qualifying. I will say Marie is over in YouTube chat and wants to let y'all know that She thanks you all for honoring Senior like this, and that he loved racing with you all so very much. And,
Absolutely.
And all that stuff. So, guys, before I let you go qualifying, any other thing that you feel you need to say?
For all the Crow family out there, man, just know that we all love you, and we're praying every night for you guys. And you know, we know it's tough, but we're gonna have a good time tonight in Senior's memory, and hopefully everything goes good.
That's it.
Said perfectly,
Yep.
man.
All right, guys. Well, thank
Thanks
you very
for the
much.
time, KR.
Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
thank
the
you, Kara.
stories, and good luck in racing. And like you're all saying, we're going to go out race. We're going to race clean, race them with respect, and let's go have some fun.
Let's go win one
Do
for
it
Jimmy
for Senior,
Senior.
boys.
All right. There you go, gentlemen. Thank you. I'll try and get you all in your respective rooms. If I get it wrong, well, you're on your own. All right. So as we get ready for qualifying, let's get right into it. From one person to another, you could just hear the love that they have for Mr. Crow, and they're out here racing the 88 of Derek Conley out on the speedway. He's on his first timed lap. So we're going to see how this plays out for him, as he has that 88 machine starting to get wound up. No one has put in a time just yet. The 04 Mark Man rolling out of pits, getting up to speed. We talked with the 63 of Logan Helton. He shared a little bit of a story, very cool, that the Crow's Nest gave Logan a place to pretty much get his feet wet, taking a chance on him. And it is difficult for a very young individual to make their way in the iRacing world, especially in a league. As the 9 of Will Weber drops down onto the apron, he's going to roll across the start finish line. Lacavera in a third place now. Weber up to second. Derek Conley putting it on pole with a 50.91 as more and more times are starting to roll in. The 46 of David Overstreet running that high, wide, and handsome line as he gets ready for his fast lap. He is on the clock. We'll expect him to have a little bit faster lap than this opening lap. The 99 of Duvendak hugging that yellow line as he is getting ready for his fast time, as he is streaking towards that start finish line. Conley still sitting on pole. Weber in second. Rick Seabrand's up to, well, now fourth as Josh Milam moves to second. Duvendak into fourth. Booth in the 77 machine up to seventh. Drivers really starting to log their times in now as we go on aboard with the 95 of James Mayer. Got his car wound up, heads off into turns 3 and 4. Massive turns here at Talladega. As Mayer drops down onto the apron, Logan Helton moves up into second spot. Now Rick Seabrand's up into second as Mayer in the 95 crosses the start-finish line, and he moves in to 8th place. But Logan Helton in the 63 sitting in third. Rick Seabrand's in the 4 into second place. David Overstreet in the 40. Sorry. Yeah, 46. Oh, man, for a minute there, I thought I was looking at Les's car. In the 46, they are running the same paint schemes here tonight, so bear with me on that one, and we'll let them run these awesome paint schemes in honor of Senior here tonight. The 46 machine crossed start-finish line. It's going to post a time good enough for 16th spot. 10-minute qualifying session. Trying to find someone who is making their way out on the speedway. The 27 is Sean Stevens. Trying to get up to speed. 19 drivers have taken a lap time. We have quite a few drivers here, almost 30 drivers here tonight. .22 drivers now taking the time. Dave Hunt sitting in 22nd spot. So with qualifying starting to wind down, we are going to step away. But before we play our national anthems, I ask that all of you will join me in a moment of silence tonight as we honor Jimmy Crow Sr. and all he has meant to many of these iRacing leagues, drivers, fellow family members, support staff, anyone and everyone.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as qualifying is in the final 30 seconds here, but nobody is out on the track. We have had 25 drivers take a qualifying time here for this one. And before we get into our starting lineup, let's take a quick moment and gander over at our points as they come into tonight's race. Hunter Reynolds has a clear advantage for the moment, 267 points to 234. Logan Helton sitting in second. James Mayer, 217, 213 to Travis Elliott. A very close battle there between third, fourth, and fifth, sixth spot. Everyone very close on those positions. So that points battle going to be heating up. This is race number 6 of 22. And the drivers are starting to take to the grid here. That means it is time to go through our starting lineup for this one. Row number 1 on the inside by virtue of laying down a 50.913. That is the driver in the 88 machine, Derek Conley. On his outside will be Cody Ober, just a little bit slower, 0.003. That is incredibly close. Cody Ober laying down a great qualifying time, as well as Derek Conley. Row number 2 going to be Rick Seabrands in the 4. On his outside, his teammate Mark Mann in the 04. Logan Helton, the 63 machine, on the inside of row number 3, and Hunter Reynolds in the 26 on the outside. Row number 4 will be the 7 of Josh Milam and Randall Cobb in the 52. Row number 5 will be the 9 of Will Weber and the 99 of Robert Dumendak. Row number 6 going to be the 62 of Les Levy and the 95 of James Mayer. Row number 7 will be the 28 of Jimmy Reynolds and the 00 of Rob Connors, who, well, he is not with Buckwild Racing, but I did not have enough time to update that information, so we will work on that at the end of our show here tonight. Casey Gilchrist on the inside of row number 8, and Sean Stevens on the outside. Row number 9 going to Mark Vega in the 18, Sean McCarrick in the 50. Row 10, Dave Hunt in the 53, and Travis Elliott in the 51. Row number 11, the 21 of Alex Green on his outside. Well, that's the 22 of, that's the 77 of David Booth in the 22nd spot. Row number 12 will be the 46 of David Overstreet and Daniel Holloway on his outside. And in our final few rows, Bob Lacovera in the 5 machine and Ernie Williams in the 26. Aspen Belbin in the 84, Denver Turkson in the 15, and then Dan Harrington bringing up the tail end of this field here tonight in the 82 machine. That is our 29 car field starting lineup. Drivers racing with a little bit of extra motivation here tonight. Only one driver going to be able to come away with the race win, though. And right now, Derek Conley staking his claim for the first part. Question coming in from Bobby Helton. Why are the 2 L's black on Talladega? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Maybe someone out there does know, but I definitely have no clue. Never even looked at it, never even considered it. Always thought it was just some artist rendering making it black. As the field works its way through the tri-oval, pace truck down and away we get ready for the drop of the green flag here tonight. And away we go, the drivers picking up the throttle, and we're underway for the Jimmy Crow Senior Memorial. Into turn number 1 they go. The 88 has the advantage for the moment, and he's got Rick Seabrands on his back bumper. Cody Ober in the 8 trying to hang tough in that outside lane as Mark Mann in the 04 on his back bumper. Drivers found out real quick that they can't push a lot here. Temperature's a little high, so they will get hot. We might even see an engine pop here tonight. Not outside the realm of possibility. But Conley in the 88 going to lead our first lap of the race here. So while these drivers sort this out, let's take a quick little look at our race information for tonight. Stage 1 going to end on lap 20. Stage 2 will be at the end of lap 40. And above all, let's race clean and with respect. That is the mantra that I have been hearing from everyone. The final thing that Jimmy always said before letting the drivers loose. "29 drivers, all within 3.1 seconds of each other." Fastest lap right now going to Mark Vega in the 18 machine as he's fallen back. He is on that outside line. So Vega's set the fastest lap for the moment. We'll see if that holds true. The 8 of Cody Ober trying to make his way to the front of this field. He's got the 88 by half a car, but not able to clear him and drop down to the bottom. Cody Ober trying to lead his first lap of the race as the 8 as that nose out in front for the moment. I believe Derek Conley is going to get him at the line. So the field's stacked up 2 by 2. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds dropping down to that bottom lane. Had a hole open up and decided to fill it. Fuel window about to open up for these drivers to hit pit road to make it to the end of the stage. We do have about 2 groups of cars here. Alex Green in the 30 machine leading the first or the second group. Dan Harrington, Bob Lacavera, and Aspen Belvin tucked in tight right there. David Overstreet falling back a little bit. Overstreet looks like maybe has a little bit of a problem. Got a bit of a rough start maybe. Not a whole lot of damage on it. A little crinkle on the left front. Cause of a checkup, I'm sure. It has put him a little bit behind the 8 ball here. He is running 29th. Good news for him is gonna have plenty of time to catch up to this field. As I said, into stage 1 at the completion of lap 20. Rick Seabrands in the 4, your new race leader. Cody Ober still hanging tough in that outside lane. Ober finally clearing that inside line and drops down to the inside right in front of the 4 of Rick Seabrands. So Ober now leading the charge down on the inside line. Mark Mann in the 04. In the outside lane, the 52, that is Randall Cobb. Right behind him, so that 52 machine trying to push the 04 up to the front. Derek Conley, who sat on pole, now the third car in that inside line. So far, no one has come down pit road. As I say that, everyone scatters as we got half the field heading for pit lane. Cody Ober leading quite a few drivers, 16 drivers staying out on a track. That is going to give the lead to Rick Seabrans. He makes his way down the backstretch. Conley on the pit road. First pit stall as drivers down and away. Fuel only for almost everyone. So now we will see how they fare against this group who is making its way through 3 and 4. This entire group, single file, looks like almost everyone coming down pit lane. One driver staying out. That is the 18 of Mark Vega. Make that 2 drivers. The 82 of Dan Harrington gonna stay out as well. So with that being said, we'll see if David Overstreet, he does stay out. So 3 drivers staying out this time. Mark Vega, Dan Harrington, and David Overstreet. Beautiful close-up of the pace car as the field makes its way off of pit lane here. 63 of Logan Helton with an excellent pit stop, down and away cleanly and out first. Some of these other drivers who were up to speed on the track are starting to make their way forward. Cody Ober in the 8 leading this group. Ober with a full head of steam. Now just has to dispatch the 63 of Logan Helton. Gets it done. Conley tried to tuck up behind the 26 there. It looked like the 26 had to back out of the throttle just a little bit. That 88 almost got into the back bumper, turning the 26, but good heads-up driving by both of them. They were able to keep their cars straight. Mark Vega in the 18 running all by himself. He is your race leader. David Overstreet a little bit further back, about 14.3 seconds behind. And then this group, this is the field that we're going to be watching come to the stage end. So Ober gonna lead another one at the line, or of this group. Mark Vega still your race leader. Fastest lap now going to Randall Cobb in the 52 machine. 47.28 by Randall Cobb. Mark Vega in the 18 machine, not hitting pit road. He's going to try and run this one to the tank is dry. Right now, he does have about a 24-second lead over Logan Helton and Hunter Reynolds. 15-second gap back to David Overstreet. So Vega is giving up a ton of time. He's running I would say about 4 seconds slower than the rest of the pack that is in that draft. So he is losing 4 seconds a lap. If the caution doesn't come out, or if something doesn't change, Mark Vega going to be well and truly behind the 8 ball if and when he comes down pit road. David Overstreet going to make his break for pit lane. He will be the first car more than likely to go one lap down. Side-by-side racing action. It's going to be like this all night long. These guys up on the wheel. We go on board with the 62 of Les Levy. Very spry 20-year-old Les Levy. This is the 91 of Ernie Williams just ahead of him. Cody Ober in the 8, being shuffled to that high side, has fallen back quite a bit here. A little bit of slicing and dicing, everyone checking up a little bit. You can hear Les get out of the throttle as he was trying to set up and be ready for anything to come his way. But the 63 of Logan Helton out in front. We saw him have that excellent pit stop. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, his teammate right behind, or to the outside and a little bit behind. Right behind him is our points leader coming into tonight. That is the 26, Hunter Reynolds. He's going to make a move to the outside here. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, going to give him a nice little shunt in the back. So with 5 laps to go here to the end of stage 1, some big wiggling going on. You start seeing these guys snake like that, hold on tight, because we could see some smoke, not from an engine letting go. We're at Talladega tonight. Next week, we will be at Daytona International Speedway for race number 7. But then February 22nd will be the 3rd annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial at the Legacy Daytona track. A very bumpy Daytona track, scanned back all the way in the year yonder of 2008. So that is what is coming up on our schedule here. Make sure you got those all marked on your calendar. February 15th and February 22nd. As this 22 race season will continue to roll on all the way till June. We're getting 3 wide racing action now. Hunter Reynolds, Rick Seabrands, and Robert Dubendak all leading their respective lanes. Three cars in the outside lane trying to build enough momentum to take on. Oh, we got one in the wall. That is Mark Mann. Josh Milam involved. And we stay green for the moment. And now the yellow is going to come out. Travis Elliott in the 51 looks to be pointed the wrong way. He is waiting up for the field to go by. This one was getting close to the end of the stage. Let's take a look and see what happened here on this one. Try and back this up. You see the 04 Mark Mann in trouble. Locking it down as he trying to not make any more contact. Fortunately, it looked like he got into Travis Elliott. Dubendak getting a piece of it as well. Ernie Williams and Travis Elliott do come together, and that's what happened to the 51 machine. Take one last look here. Travis Elliott smacking that wall pretty hard. So off the back of the 4, Rick Seabrands, your race leader. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be the end of the stage or not. If everyone comes down pit road, I believe that will signal to us that it is the end of the stage. And now we just wait to hear officially from race control who our stage winner is going to be. The 4 of Rick Seabrands scored out in our front right now. So very possibly picking up the first stage win of the night. Josh Milam. Sorry, that is Mark Vega, Travis Elliott, Sean McCarrick in the 50 torn up race cars here. They pull into their pit stalls. They get fast repairs are going to have to be used for these guys. This is going to be a long time here in stage 2 to try and keep up with that much damage. And it is official. Rick Seabrands is our stage 1 winner. So let's get a quick word in with the driver in the 4 machine who wins our first stage of the night. Rick, you got your ears on?
Yeah, 10-4.
Well, you pick up the stage 1 win here. You kicking off this race correctly, it seems. Here you are with some extra bonus points coming your way.
Yeah, we'll take it, man. I mean, we were just fortunate there that the caution came out just as we was kind of up there, kind of settling into first place there. And, yeah, we'll take it, man. It's our first stage win of the season, so it's kind of embarrassing that it took this long to get that. But, you know, we'll take it, and maybe we can get another one here shortly, keep it clean, and keep this Alliance Motorsports Yeti Camaro up front here and keep a little bit of track position.
All right, stage number 2 coming your way. What's it going to take to keep this 4 out in front of some of these very hungry race car drivers?
Good track position and good pit stops. I think that's just going to be the name of the game, man. Everybody up here is racing really clean and really hard, man. It's been a blast so far. I hope the fans are enjoying watching it. It's been a lot of fun so far. So hopefully we can keep it clean and nail this next pit stop and get what we can get.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Just you guys for the broadcast. Again, all the OP admins for recognizing the community and making this the Jimmy Crow Senior race, and all the fans at home watching.
All right, that is your stage 1 winner, Rick Seabrands, getting it done for Alliance Motorsports and the Yeti 4 machine, as he likes to call it. So lights go out on the pace truck. Stage 1 done and in the books. Stage 2 coming your way. This one going to end at the completion of lap 40. Want to thank everybody who's checking in on YouTube chat. A lot of you chiming in, sending your well wishes towards the Crow family, and all of that's going to be greatly appreciated. The drivers here trying to put on a good show, as we've talked about. They all, you know, got a little chip on their shoulder here tonight. Everyone wants to do their best, wants to represent this Jimmy Crow Senior Memorial Race the best way that they can. So here we go. We're going to have a pit stop here in stage number 2. Could be a green flag pit stop. Don't know. We'll have to find out. Mark Mann in the 04. Unfortunately, he is not rolling too quickly. That 04 machine has been sitting there for the last 3 minutes 45 seconds. He's already gone 2 laps down. And now he does get rolling. Maybe he isn't 2 laps down. Maybe he's going to be just 1 lap down. Math is hard. All right, so all 29 drivers still out on track. No one has called it a night just yet. No one has had internet connection issues that has caused them not to be able to be out there. But here we go. Green flag getting ready to fall on stage number 2. This one ending at the completion of lap 40. Rick Seabrand's Cody Ober, Hunter Reynolds, Logan Helton, the first 2 rows as the green flag comes out, and we are back underway here tonight. The 4 machine on the inside, but Cody Ober has the advantage going in to turn number 1. Logan Helton pushing on his back bumper, but this inside lane surging back forward as everyone gets through the gearboxes cleanly and up to speed. Seabrand's by half a car length now over the 8 of Cody Ober, now making it a full car length, or at least, you know what I'm saying. The 4 machine out in front of Cody Ober, charging hard on that outside lane. Seabrand's got him at the line, but Ober's going to have it going into turn number 1. Now Rick being pushed by the 26, making his way right back forward once again. So Mark Mann being the only car 1 lap down, he would love to see the yellow flag come out. That would give him the free pass and he would be able to get back on the lead lap. He is tucked in behind the 30 of Alex Green. So Mark Mann now just gonna have to try and ride this one out and see how this race plays out. Mark came into tonight 5th place in the point standings, having a good season so far. 3 top 5s and in leading up to this race. Two cars trying to make something happen in the outside lane. That is Robert Duvendak and the 62 of Les Levy as they're trying to go 3 wide. They're getting right up along that wall, trying to build some momentum. This outside lane works pretty well here at Daytona, and we're getting it fired up pretty early here in this stage. Got to pass them where they're not. And Les Levy with the Ricky Bobby Foundation trying to prove that he is a good student of the foundation. He tries and wheels that car to the front. Outside lane starting to build some momentum. Cody Ober and Rick Seabrand still trying to figure out where they want to run, either in first place or in a second, but they better figure out what to do with that 62 machine because they have got a full head of steam. Here comes the 18 of Mark Vega to join them as well. Vega trying to get up there. Now we'll have 3 cars in that 3rd lane as the 18 machine gets to the back bumper of the 99. Now make it 4 as the 9 machine of Will Weber jumps up to the outside. Weber abandoned that middle lane to move up to the high side, and you can see how that affects the 8 and the 62. They fall back a little bit here. Oh, as Cody Ober is going to smack hard into Hunter Reynolds. And now Sean Stevens, Will Weber involved. And the caution flag is going to come out. And the yellow flag flying as Sean Stevens Will Weber get together. They were running out of room as Cody Ober was trying to get back into line. Gilchrist goes around. That is the 5 of Lacavera, bringing it to a stop. Let's take a look at what happened to Cody Ober leading up to this. Still didn't back it up far enough. We'll get there. We'll try and get there. It's Cody Ober in the 8, down in the grass, then just trying to blend back up. Wasn't able to make it work. So with the yellow flag coming out, pace truck picking up the rest of the field. We are, 14 laps away from the end of the stage, so we more than likely will see almost everyone on the pit road. Might see a few cars try and stretch it, but here come the race leaders. Mark Mann in the 04 staying out. Looks like he is going to receive the free pass. Or not. Not 100% sure. It's Derek Conley into his pit stall. Number 1 pit spot. Lights the tires up. It's Rick Seabrand's Logan Helton in a big race to try and get off of pit lane first. It looks like Seabrand's gonna win it. Logan Helton gave him a good run for his money, though. A lot of drivers working on their cars, getting that damage repaired. Cody Ober, one of those drivers, sitting on a pit lane. All right, so first caution for stage number 2, and the first caution that is going to fly that is not at the end of the stage. Our second one for the night for an incident. This one involved a couple of cars. Started when the 8 of Cody Ober got loose in the tri-oval. Did all he could to hold on to it and just kind of ran out of room. John Stevens, Will Weber, wrong place, wrong time. That'll happen when everyone scatters all over this Talladega racetrack trying to find somewhere to avoid a spinning, crashing car in front of them. All right, so we are getting a quick Google search as a very intriguing question from Bobby Hamilton, or Bobby Helton. Wanted to know why the two L's are black on the Talladega. Top Google response, it's like a burnout. When they do a burnout, you get two black streaks. I don't know if that's true or not, but there you go. That is what Google has said. Google has spoken. All right, lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. We get ready to go green flag racing once again. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, Logan Helton in the 63. That is row number 1. Row number 2 going to be the 88 of Derek Conley and the 52 of Randall Cobb. Then row number 3, the 84 of Aspen Belvin. Then that 21 machine of Daniel Holloway. Alliance Motorsports got 3 drivers in the first 3 rows. Pace truck down and away. Rick Seabrand's in control of the field. Logan Helton on his outside. Teammates going to bring everyone to the green flag. And here we go. Green flag is out once again. Everyone trying to get up to speed quickly, cleanly, and efficiently. Let me tell you, it's not as easy as you think. Very easy to miss a shift every now and then. Maybe get the wrong RPMs, maybe don't have that clutch just right. You can miss a shift or spin a tire. Well, the good news is everyone got through it. All 29 cars are on the lead lap now. Mark Mann did get that free pass. So we got our entire field back onto the same lap as we got 3 wide for the race lead. Derek Conley in the middle. Logan Helton on the outside. It looks like Holloway's trying to get to the back bumper of Helton. The 52 pushing hard on the 88 right in the middle. We're wasting no time on this one as they jumped to 3 wide before they had even gotten fully 1 lap from the drop of the green flag. Conley in the 88 qualified on pole. Would like to pick up some stage points here. He is well down the pecking order. He came into tonight 18th place in the points. Conley has some work to do, and so he is up on the wheel, representing Empire as best he can. Falling back now just a little bit. The 4 of Rick Seabrand's your race leader now, Aspen Belvin. And the 88, big wiggle as the 52 of Randall Cobb was pushing hard on that 88 machine. Conley able to save it, but Rick Seabrand's now out in the front with Aspen Belvin on his back bumper. In a long time since Aspen Belvin has been in victory lane in one of the races I have broadcasted. And if I could try and find here, it is going to let me. Not sure I'm going to get the information I want. So we're just going to move on. I'm going to try and see if Aspen Belvin had won any races while I was away and let Dave Worrell run the mic. So the field's starting to break up just a little bit, but we could see them all bunch back up. We got 8 cars here in this first group. And everyone behind them trying to get closed in. Logan Helton pulling the 21 of Holloway. Alex Green in the 30 working his way forward as well. Rick Seabrand slicing down to the inside. And yes, Aspen Belvin last in victory lane here on a Monday night. Well, October 5th of 2020. So there you go. Asking you shall receive. And it was here at Talladega. So the 84. Gonna try and get back in to victory lane. Rick Seabrand's in the 4 though. No stranger to victory lane here in OP Racing. Finding himself out in front. We're going 3 wide again. The 63 of Logan Helton, the 21 of Daniel Holloway, really starting to work that outside lane to their advantage. Very close racing as Dubendak jumps up in front of the 88. Gonna have 6 laps to go in this stage. And Dubendak in the 99 out in front. Dubendak's last race win came September 28th, 2020. Race number 12 of season 5. To Doobie in that 99 machine would like to pick up another one as well. We are charging hard towards the end of stage number 2. Racing getting very tight. Everyone trying to squeeze that bottom line and get a little bit of extra momentum from doing it. Rick Seabrand's not too intimidated, holding that yellow line just as tight as he can. The 99 of Duvendak has the lead for the moment. Is he going to drop down, or is he going to wait for the 88 to get clear as well? They're now really working on each other's back bumpers here. Oh, as the 4 is going to get turned. Aspen Belvin makes contact. Cody Ober, Mark Vega, and the yellow flag going to come out once again. Big time trouble at the front of the field. A lot of cars getting involved in this one. Josh Milam going around. Hunter Reynolds involved. Sean McCarrick in the 50 going to go up in smoke. Let's take a look at what happened to the 26 here as we go on board. Goes for a little bit of a spin. Sean McCarrick in the 50 makes hard contact with the wall as he tried to check up. The cars behind him just couldn't see. That 50 machine up in smoke. That's going to be a rough one to come back from. So Hunter Reynolds in the 26, heavily torn up on that back bumper. As our drivers are making their way onto pit road, and I believe Duvendak going to be scored as the stage winner because everyone's hitting pit lane. Good indication that that was the end of the stage. He was scored as the leader. And so we will Sherlock Holmes our way to declaring him the stage 2 winner, but nothing set in stone just yet. Derek Conley in the 88 gonna win the race off of pit road. Randall Cobb and then Alex Green, first 3 cars down and away. As we wait for word from race control. Bob Lacavera trapped between our leader and the pace truck. He did come down pit lane to work on his car before it was open and made his way out, but not before the pace truck had gone around. And word coming down from on high that our stage 2 winner is none other than Robert Duvendak in the 99. Mr. Duvey, you got your ears on?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, but that 99 machine picked up stage number 2 here. So tell us how you did it.
I did it with great teamwork there with Derek up at the front. We were racing hard. Him, and Rick Seabrands. I feel like we just kept swapping the lead there.
Couple good close moments there, especially going 3 wide. What's it like here tonight getting that 3rd lane running?
I mean, the 3rd lane is there, but it's not quite there yet. If you get a couple more, I mean, I think I've only seen 2 or 3 guys go up there so far, and it hasn't really been able to make much headway up there. So I think you're going to need at least 4 or 5 guys to commit and jump up there together in order to get something going. But I believe before this thing's over, we'll find out what that high line really has in her.
Well, you guys are starting to stack up 2 by 2. You're on the outside. Looks like row number 2 for this restart. Stage racing's over. Now we head towards the finish. We're going to see this 99 in victory lane.
Shoot, after the season I've had so far, I'd be happy just to finish the race. I think I've already used the fast repair in that first wreck earlier in the race, so probably going to see me drop to the back here, conserve this last vehicle a little bit, and we'll see if we're around at the end to see if we can get that 99 in victory lane. But like I said, the way my season's gone so far, just winning that stage is a huge night for me.
All right, Mr. Duvendak, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Absolutely. Thank you as usual. My wife, my kids, thank everyone over at Empire. We're a new team this season. We're 5-6 races into the season. So we're all familiar with each other. We're all learning how to mesh as a team. And I think you're going to see some big things come out of Empire here real soon.
All right, that is Robert Duvendak, your stage 2 winner. Doing a good job of representing Empire Motorsports. All right, fields is stacked up 2 by 2, heading into turns 3 and 4. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado, meaning we're getting ready to let these monsters loose once again. Derek Conley in the 88 and the 52 of Randall Cobb, row number 1 for this restart. Row number 2 will be the 30 of Alex Green and the 99, your stage 2 winner of Robert Duvendak. Our stage 1 winner, Rick Seabrands, well, he finds himself in the thick of things all the way towards the back of the field here as he had come down pit road to top off. Now he's got some racing to do to make his way forward. Kelly Milam checking in. Kelly, how you doing? Long time no talk. Glad to see you out here. And yes, Josh Milam doing all he can to ruin that beautiful paint job. Green flag comes out. We get ready to send this one on to the end of the race. Conley in the 88 down to the inside. Alex Green in the 30, able to stay right there with him. They're going to pull away from that outside lane. The 52 of Cobb now starting to make his way forward. Casey Gilchrist down on the inside, off to the apron. Rejoins the line and tries to get back into position without losing a whole lot of more spots, but whatever happened has really split this field up a little bit. Daniel Holloway in the 21, finding himself kind of in no man's land here, but he is not outside of the draft just yet. He is, in fact, closing in on the 4 of Rick Seabrands. That in turn is pulling Jimmy Reynolds along with Ernie Williams up to them as well. So now the 99 of Duvendak down on the apron. So Duvendak falling back here as he dropped down to the inside. The 99 slides into position, and Josh Milam in the 7 machine out in front. So Milam gonna lead for his first time tonight. The 8 of Cody Ober pushing on his back bumper. Field flashing by, our camera mounted on the wall. Cody Ober in the 8, making a move to the outside lane here. Is going to jump up in front of the 52 of Randall Cobb. That is going to bring Derek Conley up to the back bumper of the 7. Former teammates here as Logan Helton goes for a little bit of a slide down below the yellow line. Are we getting to the end of the race here, boys? Because the action's starting to pick up. Everyone getting a little wiggly coming off the corners. Former teammates now running nose to tail. Josh Milam in the 7. 88 of Derek Conley right behind him. All of our drivers are still on the lead lap. Travis Elliott in the 51. We saw him get involved in that stage 1 ending incident. Right now he is the last car out on the speedway. Not the last car running all by himself. He's picked up a teammate. That is the 84 Vapid Yeet Racing with the 62 of Les Levy right in front of him. Les Levy from Checkered Flag Motorsports. They're going to make their way by the 00 Rob Connors, who's being a driver for Checkered Flag as well. At the front, they're going to try and mix it up a little bit more. Milam and Conley now side by side. Creeping up on the halfway mark here for this one. Conley, your race leader, as he has dropped down to the inside. Now he is in front of the 7 of Josh Milam. Cody Ober in the 8, leading the charge in the outside lane. The 52 of Randall Cobb pushing hard on the 8 machine. Let's try and start doing some strategy thinking. Drivers last on pit road, lap 38. Few of them came down topped off, but let's just call it 38 to keep it simple. 15 laps is about the most we'll see on a tank of fuel. So 38 plus 15 is definitely more than 3. probably about lap 55. We should expect everyone to have cycled through. We could see these guys hit pit lane. Probably try and run these fuel tanks out. If you were to try and work this race backwards, last pit stop would be about lap 80. Fuel window going to open up for lap 80 to make it to the end of this thing. You want to factor in some, green, white, checkered, some overtime laps. Then you want to try and push back a little bit deeper into that, make it lap 82, 83. So, yeah, we're going to see these guys hit pit road here and try and start thinking about how they want to play this thing out to the end of the race. Three wide racing here, very close quarters. One driver getting shuffled up along the wall. I don't believe he wanted to be along the wall. There's a 52 of Randall Cobb. Holloway in the 21, able to get by as Cobb slides in behind the 21 machine. Holloway now hooking up with his teammate, Logan Helton, in the 63. Will Weber in the 9. And Ernie Williams in the 91, similar colored racing stripes. It's actually James Mayer. Very similar. So the 9 and the 95 running nose to tail down there. Oh boy. Well, it's in the, Les Levy's got that Ricky Bobby Foundation for people challenged to go fast. We need to have a talk with them about starting a broadcast school as well. Sign me up for that, because if I can't tell which car is what out there, what am I even doing? So Conley, Ober leading their respective lanes. Conley down on the inside in that 88, Cody Ober on the outside. No one making their way onto pit lane just yet. But I will say, I think the fuel window is now open. As you hit pit road here, you go another 15 laps, that puts you lap 65. Do another 15 laps, that puts you at lap 80. There you go. We could start seeing these guys hit pit road at any time. I will say, it is going to come down to who can pit with a group. You don't want to end up by yourself, and everyone is starting to get single file here. Good indication that people are starting to think about pit stops. As Cody Ober leads that inside line, Logan Helton, Daniel Holloway not content to get single file. They're still out there in that second lane with two cars versus an entire line. They're doing a good job at hanging tough out there. Into turn number 3 we go. And here they come. Break for pit lane. Good thing I could do math and figure this race out backwards. All right, so Cody Ober, first one on the pit road. Derek Conley, Will Weber, and Randall Cobb making their way. Duvendak, Travis Elliott, Aspen Belvin, and Bob Lacavera all pitting as well. That has given the lead to the 7 of Josh Milam. Right behind Milam, that is Denver Turkson in what I believe to be the 04, but iRacing has him scored as the 15 machine. James Mayer right behind them in the 95. And it's the 63 of Logan Helton. And rounding out your top 5 right now, that is the 21 of Daniel Holloway. And Milam pulls down. He looks like he is going to bring quite a few other cars with him. Mayer, Helton, and Holloway stay out. So too does Mark Mann and Rick Seabrand. So all of Alliance Motorsports gonna try and stretch this fuel run a little bit here. Pad that final stop number, if you will, and make sure that they have covered a green flag, green, white, checkered situation. So Cody Ober in the 8, leading all the drivers who have made their first pit stop. He is down and away, had nobody to hook up with. So Derek Conley and Randall Cobb, who were joined at the bumpers, are going to make their way by the 8. Here comes Logan Helton, James Mayer, Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrand. They all pit together. So Alliance Motorsports on the pit road. They will bring Dave Hunt in the 53 from Buck Wild Racing. And it has been a minute, so let's do some Buck Wild Racing throwback here. So here comes Derek Conley. Josh Milam in the 7, going to be the next one that gets swallowed up. Cody Ober is hooked up with the 99 of Robert Duvendak and the 9 of Will Weber. Milam is going to go down here. Logan Helton in the 63, your race leader. As we look out the back at the 95 of Mayer. Holloway in a 3rd. They are trying to get formed up, but there's a lot of room between them. As we have completed our first round of green flag pit stops here. The 95 does get to the back bumper of the 63. They now have to try and outrun Derek Conley, who is leading these other cars. He's going about 5 miles an hour faster. Holloway trying to get there as well. Holloway is closing in on the back bumper of Mayer. We go on board with the 88 of Derek Conley. You can see he's closing in. All right, folks. Well, green flag pit stops are done and in the books for the first round. So how about we step away a little bit? Let's do some turn it up. good old little turn it up always makes for a good feel of what's going on out there. Good close racing action. While we were doing that, a penalty handed down to the 7 of Josh Milam, unsafe pit exit, and he is about to go one lap down the field, making its way around. They're going to try and swallow up this 7 machine, so tough break for the 7 machine. He is going to be in a good position, though, as he is currently, or will be, the only car one lap down when they get by him, and everyone's starting to make moves to try and put that 7 one lap down. So Holloway out in front, the 21 machine picking up that race lead. Holloway not yet been to victory lane this season. Comes into tonight 6th place in the point standings by virtue of 1 top 5 and 3 top 10s. Cobb in the 52, the 95 of Mayer getting very close together there. That's going to send the 99 of Duvendak into evasive maneuvers. He thought that there was about to be some fireworks. Duvendak, though, gathers himself back in, rolls back into the throttle. Now has to get in line here. Slides in behind the 46 machine of David Overstreet. Sean McCarrick in the 50. McCarrick has had a rough go at it here tonight, as well as several other of our drivers. But despite all the cautions, or all the carnage, we've really only had 2 cautions for the stage ending incidences, and then 1 caution standalone incident. So 3 cautions here tonight. And only 1 car not on the lead lap, that being the 7 of Josh Milam. And that is coming due to a penalty. So the field single file, working on lap 65 of 94. Could see quite a few drivers on the pit road. We do have 2 groups, 21 cars in this first group. Aspen Belvin in the 84, last car in this long train. And then our next group, well, that's David Booth, Les Levy, Rob Connors, Mark Vega. Throw in the 82 of Dan Harrington and Sean Stevens. And then all by himself right now, that is the 5 of Bob Lacavera. That 5 machine about to be swallowed up. He's heading for pit road, but he's not going to be the only one coming down pit lane, as the 5 machine is very slow here. Lacavera causing a bit of a traffic jam as he was coming down on the pit lane. Everyone scattering, trying to find somewhere to go. That is going to give the lead to the 04 of Mark Mann. Bobby Helton asking how many points for a stage, and if Cody Eldred is here, and I will wait for him to give me a poke and let me know how many points it is for a stage win, because I personally do not know. David Overstreet in the 46, pitting by himself. Drops out of this group to head for pit lane, the 04 of Mark Mann. Continuing to lead. Another group of drivers hitting pit lane. That is Les Levy, Rob Connors, 77 of David Booth, the 18 machine of Mark Vega, Sean Stevens, Dan Harrington, all making their pit stops. So now 9 drivers have not been on pit lane. That is these guys out in front right here. That is Mark Mann, Daniel Holloway, James Mayer, Ernie Williams, Logan Helton, Rick Seabrands. They are going to make, some of them are going to make their entrance on the pit lane. Mark Mann, Logan Helton, Rick Seabrands, Dave Hunt all stay out. We now have 26 laps to go. And Bobby Helton, Cody Eldred has informed me it is 10 points. 10 bonus points for a stage win. Now, we're down to 4 drivers who have not hit pit lane. These 4 drivers right here really trying to stretch this one out. They are going to hit pit lane this time. And that will complete our cycle of green flag pit stops, our second round of green flag pit stops. Daniel Holloway, Josh Milam, and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds running nose to tail. The 7 of Milam not on the lead lap. Holloway going to be in good position to take the race lead. Josh Milam going to be the first car 1 lap down. As Holloway has all that momentum on his side as he is going to work his way past Rick Seabrands in the 4, Logan Helton in the 63, the next one up. Logan Helton, your race leader now. He is desperately trying to find someone to run with as he's got nobody in front of him. Here comes the 21 of Holloway. Will the teammate pick him up or will he shoot right on a by? He is going to pick him up. Josh Milam in the 7 going to take advantage of that as he moves to the outside lane. That's going to put Milam back on the lead lap. The 8 of Cody Ober now trying to stay on the lead lap. He's going to go 1 lap down as the 26 of Hunter Reynolds squeezes on a by. So FSR, your first 2 cars in the screen, but one of them, last car on the lead lap. Josh Milam trying to stay in this race. No one can make it to the end of this thing without one more pit stop. We might see them on pit road here in about 10 to 12 laps. Reynolds shuffled out of the way there. All the way up along the wall. Keep an eye on him, see where he is going to blend in, but that is going to give the race lead to the 51 of Travis Elliott. Josh Milam, Cody Ober fighting to stay on the lead lap as now Logan Helton down below the yellow line. Tim Wright asking what the fuel window is. Drivers can make it about 15 laps, 94 lap race, so about lap 80 will be when the action is going to start picking up. If we're looking at our countdown, it now says 22 laps to go, so anywhere with about 15 laps to go we'll start seeing these guys hit pit lane. So Daniel Holloway in the 21, edging just ahead of the 51 of Travis Elliott. Josh Milam, Cody Ober, the 7 and the 8. Those two drivers are last cars on the lead lap. They are trying to run clean and hard to stay on the lead lap. Not an enviable position for these two. They have every right to be running like they are. They are out in this race as well. The 8 and the 7 working together to keep the rest of the field behind them. They are going to need help from a caution. I will tell you that. They can't pull away from this field. The only way that they are going to get back into this thing is they have to stay on the lead lap, and they will need a caution to do it, to get caught back up to this field to have a shot at winning. If this thing stays green, their chances of winning this race go bye-bye. All you got to do to win a super speedway race, make sure you're on the lead lap when the white flag comes out, and then be the first one to the start finish line. It's that simple. It's that simple. So Holloway in the 21, staying tucked in now behind the 7 of Milam. Travis Elliott in the 51, dropping back a little bit. Denver Turkson, highest running rookie here tonight, on his back bumper. Only 2 rookies making the call here tonight, Casey Gilchrist and Denver Turkson. As we got 19 laps to go here, Holloway now has the 51 of Elliott on his outside. Elliott gonna try and use the 8 and the 7 as a pick here. But wouldn't it be a bad idea to try and keep that 21 pinned in? I'll tell you what, that 21, the 95 Alliance Motorsports drivers, scheming behind that steering wheel of what they are gonna do here. Elliott and Turkson. Vapid Yeet Racing being represented by the 51 machine out in front of this field. Denver Turkson in that 04, driving for Meteor Racing, along with the 82 of Dan Harrington. Jimmy Reynolds in the 28. One of the last cars in this group here. We go on aboard with the 28 machine. We're creeping up on what will be our last round of pit stops. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like things are going to start picking up here, start getting very intense. Let's just say intense. As Elliott has worked his way ahead of the 7. Now he goes up to the high side here. That's going to put the 63 at Logan Helton. Josh Milam tried to sneak up in front of the 63. So Elliott falling back here a little bit. The 63 of Helton still in that outside lane. He is working with the 04 Denver. as Elliott slots into that bottom groove. So our next round of green flag pit stops is starting to take shape. As I was saying, 18 cars in this pack here, including, well, we'll make it 20 cars if you include Josh Milam, Cody Ober, which you should. But 18 cars plus 2 that are almost off the lead lap. As Denver in the 04 splits the 63 and the 95. Logan Hilton moved up to the high side to put that 04 in front of him. Now Logan Hilton able to find a spot down on that inside lane. Holloway, your race leader. Not going to come down pit road, but Travis Elliott going to hit pit lane. Aspen Belvin and Sean McCarrick all on pit road. So green flag pit stops starting to cycle around once again. So Holloway, your race leader, Cody Ober, Josh Milam, the 8 and the 7. Last car on the lead lap. It was the 8 of Cody Ober has contact, and he is going to go for a spin on the backstretch. We got multiple cars involved. Logan Helton involved. Randall Cobb involved. Let's take a look at this one. The 7 and the 8 make contact. And Logan Helton and Randall Cobb were in the wrong place, wrong time. But we stay green here. And Daniel Holloway and James Mayer, 2 cars running by themselves. Hunter Reynolds trying to catch up to him. Now they're going to make their break for pit lane. Dave Hunt, Rick Seabrands, and Mark Mann all stay out. They will be coming onto pit road before too long. Logan Helton making his pit stop. Had a fast repair. Popped that fast repair and getting back out there. He has got some tough few laps ahead of him. So Logan, wrong place, wrong time, along with the 52 of Randall Cobb. Those 2 drivers going to have to hustle if they want to make something happen here. They are quickly running out of time as the 53 and the 04 make their way onto pit lane. James Mayer in the 95 just coming off of pit road. Daniel Holloway, Hunter Reynolds in tow. These 3 drivers are going to get hooked up. And so with Seabrands, Mark Mann, Dave Hunt on pit lane, that completes everybody. And this is going to cycle through the 95 of Mayer with a full head of steam. Should get by Rick Seabrands, Mark Mann, and Dave Hunt as they are down on the apron here. And so James Mayer in the 95 now picks up the race lead officially. And with 11 laps to go, as long as we don't have a green-white checkered, everyone should be able to make it our regularly scheduled program distance. Mayer picked up the win last time we were at Talladega. Can he go 2 for 2 here at the big one? We now got 10 laps to go, and that 95 machine is out in front. He has a teammate right behind him, Daniel Holloway. Holloway, though, not yet into victory lane this season. Those wins go a long way to help put your car into the chase. So Mayer already picking up one of those wins. Check in on Randall Cobb and Logan Helton. They are running nose to tail, 14th and 15th spot. We have had 3 cars drop out of this race here. David Overstreet, Cody Ober, and Casey Gilchrist are out of this one. And Rick Sebrands in the 4 machine has set the fastest lap of this race. So business really starting to pick up, a 47.07 by Rick Sebrands in that 4, and he is in the outside lane as Daniel Holloway in the 21. On that inside line, Hunter Reynolds on his outside. Reynolds has the race lead, but he is not dropping down. He's going to stay with his teammate, the 91, Ernie Williams. They tried to time it, but Williams just was not clear of the 21. And so now FSR on both inside and outside lanes. It looked like they were going to try and come down together, but Holloway had that door closed for Ernie Williams. Green flag pit stops, not without its share of adversity for some of our drivers, including our pole sitter, Derek Conley. Unsafe pit exit. He finds himself all the way down in 24th spot, 1 lap down. And Alex Green got caught speeding, pulling into the pit lane. Those drivers find themselves off the lead lap. Seven laps to go. All eyes are at the front of this field. Holloway, your race leader, the 95 of Mayer, sitting in second. Hunter Reynolds coming into tonight as your points leader, 3rd car on the inside line in that 26 machine. Now Alliance Motorsports starting to have 4 drivers in the top 5. That is Daniel Holloway, James Mayer, Rick Sebrands, and Mark Mann in the 04. Only Alliance Motorsports driver missing from this picture, that is Logan Helton. And so Alliance Motorsports has now the first 2 rows locked out. Ernie Williams and Hunter Reynolds, FSR drivers, hard on their back bumper with the 9 of Will Weber. The 99 of Duvendak. Empire Motorsports drivers, the 9 and the 99. So teammates really playing a big role here, as you can see how our teams have started to stack up. And you got to give the advantage for the moment to Alliance Motorsports, as they have this field in check for the moment. I know I got stuck behind the snow plows last night on my way home. Was it last night? No. Saturday night. Got stuck behind the snow plows Saturday, and there was nowhere to go. So Alliance Motorsports has that option to them. They could just turn into some big old snow plows, fan out, go 4 wide. No one would be able to get around them, but they ain't doing that. They're running side by side. They're going as hard as they can Rick Sebrand's in need of a win to help put himself into the chase. Mark Mann looking for a win as well. The only one in Alliance Motorsports who has the win so far, well, that's James Mayer. So with 4 laps to go, who's going to blink first? Who's going to make the move? Three laps to go. All they got to do is get to the white flag, and then this race will not see an overtime attempt. It is wide open for the taking. The caution would come out. This would be our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We are in that overtime territory. Sebrand's now in front of the 21 of Holloway. James Mayer behind him. Mark Mann leading the line in that second group. Gonna get 2 laps to go here. This race starting to wind down. The Jimmy Crow Senior Memorial. Everyone wanting to win this one. Rick Sebrand's shared a story at the start of this broadcast. If you want to hear all those stories that we shared, roll back after this finish. Go all the way back to the beginning of this broadcast. Make sure you hit that thumbs up because there's some great stories as Mayer's trying to hold on to it. Mark Mann wiggling. And we got one trying to shoot the gap. That's Travis Elliott in the 51. He's going to shove the 99 out of position. But we are coming to the the white flag here. And the final lap has begun. This thing is going to go its scheduled distance. Rick Sebrand's, Daniel Holloway trying to fight this one out amongst themselves, but they have some hungry teammates right behind them. Logan Helton has gone around again, the 63, more problems. He gets back up to speed, the 53 of Dave Hunt right there as well, but Dave Hunt a little bit back here. He's going to try and squeeze down to the inside of the 99 of Robert Duvendak. But coming to the line, this one's going to be close, or not as close as you think. The 4 of Rick Sebrand's has it. Everyone fanning out, and Alliance Motorsports almost taking the top 4 spots. Mark Mann going to end up in a 5th, but your race winner goes to Rick Sebrand's, and what a wild finish that one was. Let's take another look at that. They come to the start finish line, everyone's spreading out trying to make it happen. But your race winner is the 4 of Rick Sebrand's, picks up his first win of the season. So let's go ahead and go through the rest of our results here tonight. Rick Sebrand's, your race winner, James Mayer, Daniel Holloway, Hunter Reynolds, Mark Mann, your top 5. Then it's Will Weber, Travis Elliott, Ernie Williams, Robert Duvendak, and Dave Hunt finishing in 10th. 11th going to Aspen Belvin. 13th, Jimmy Reynolds. 12th, Jimmy Reynolds. 13th, Sean McCarrick. Randall Cobb, 14th. 15th, Les Levy. Mark Vega, 16th. 17th goes to David Booth. Rob Connors finishing in 18th spot. 19th place going to go to Sean Stevens, Dan Harrington, Denver Turkson, Logan Helton, Josh Milam, Derek Conley, Alex Green, Bob Lacavera, David Overstreet, Casey Gilchrist, and Cody Ober rounding out this field here tonight. And so Alliance Motorsports forming up on the front stretch. Let's get right into our race winner. That is the 4 of Rick Seabrans. Rick, congratulations on the win here tonight. Alliance Motorsports, a little bit of a stage and showmanship here on the start-finish line.
Yeah, that felt good to come out here tonight, especially for this race with the circumstances and for racing this one for Jimmy Sr., man. This one's really special to come out here and get this victory tonight, man. This one means a lot for sure. That whole Crow family has meant so much to this iRacing community, like we discussed earlier in the pre-race, man. And to come out here and get the checker flag just means a ton, man. What a tremendous race up front, man. I hope the fans really enjoyed that, man, because we were battling so hard for stages, and especially for that win there too, man. That was tremendous pushing by Jim back there. He was working his tail off back there, man. Great job by him, man. This one feels good.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was a lot of back and forth racing, but probably one of the cleanest races we've had all season. We had 2 cautions at the end of a stage and then 1 standalone incident caution. So a lot of great racing, and everyone was able to hold on to it.
That just speaks to the talent in this league. I mean, it's so deep over here that we could come out here at Talladega and push it 3 wide and get racy and bump and bang and beat on each other and still be able to get out there and have a 20-car pack there at the end like that, and still, and still be able to congratulate each other and tell everybody good race and talk about it and stuff. It's just, there's so much respect over here, and it really shows on track, man. It's a fierce competition on Mondays and a lot of friendships, the other 6 days of the week for sure.
All right, Rick. Well, man, you're in victory lane here tonight. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give for this race?
Can't thank Jim again enough for that push there at the end. This was all him. All my Alliance Motorsports teammates, they all had great runs tonight. Of course, the Crows, for everything they've done for this community, and this is their race, as well as the owners for, dedicating this race to them, and all the fans at home too. I hope they had a good time watching.
All right, Rick. Once again, man, nice job out there. Congratulations on your race win.
Man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. Now we're going to move on to our driver who finished in a 2nd place here tonight. And that is none other than the driver of the 95 machine, James Mayer. James, you got your ears on, buddy?
I got you.
Man, you bring this one home in a 2nd place here tonight. Had a shot at winning it, but it goes to the 4. However, Alliance Motorsports doing an excellent job here as you guys lock out the podium.
Yeah, an awesome race for the team. Of course, I love to push Rick to a win, and I would never turn that down if I could have got Mark Mann up there after stage 1 mess up on my part. I'd have been just as happy, but a good team effort, and that continue like that, and I think we'll be in good shape come playoffs.
Well, yeah, you picked up that win last time we were here at Talladega, and here you are sitting in 2nd place at this one. Have you got something figured out at Talladega, or you just being in the right place, right time?
I think it's mostly just luck, being in the right place, right time, keeping a clean car, keeping it up front, and trying to stay out of the mess. I know some guys were hollering. I missed what happened back there, but caution, which a lucky break for us, I guess, and kept up front there. Good finish.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on 2nd place. Any shout outs or thank yous?
Of course, it's a tough week. The iRacing community lost a good guy. So we're pro family. Of course, my teammates at Alliance and the guys in the OP that are putting this on, and you guys up on the booth for putting on the show.
All right, that is James Mayer, the driver of the 95 machine, and your 2nd place finisher here tonight. But he's not the only one we're going to talk to. We got one more driver to get to, and that is the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Mr. Holloway, you got your ears on?
I do.
Well, you bring this 21 machine home in 3rd place here tonight. Tell us about your race.
Crazy, wild, and back to the pack, avoiding that big, huge wreck, and come to the front and lead towards the end, and almost won it.
Almost winning it, but I'll tell you what, this 21 machine gained 21 positions here, passed the most cars out of anyone, and put it on the final step of the podium. Solid effort out of you here tonight.
Oh, yes. Yes. And you said 21, huh? That's a good number.
It is a good number. Very ironic.
Don't you think?
I try not to. If I was good at thinking, I'd have been a better driver.
Well, you're doing just fine up there in the booth too, bud.
Well, Dan, this 21 machine does bring it home in third, man, and Alliance Motorsports doing an outstanding job. 4 drivers in the top 5. Who do you got to thank here tonight for this great finish?
I tell you, Team Alliance, boy, we came together. Unfortunately, Logan at the end got bobbled up right there at the last pit stop, and not sure where he finished, but Rick, James, Mark, man, we're tough cookies when we're together and stuff, and it's all about teamwork. And like Rick was saying, utmost respect with everybody in here, and we just wanted to do this for the guy that's upstairs watching over us, Mr. Crow. Don't know him a whole lot, but I know these guys race with him week in, week out. I know I race with Jimmy a lot too, so we want to dedicate, Alliance's top 3 for the guy upstairs, and I'm sure hopefully nice smile on there the way it ended, and hopefully everything was great for you guys.
All right, man. Well, nice job. That 21 machine, final step of the podium. Once again, congratulations here tonight.
Thank you guys, and especially fans who are watching, and I know Marie was watching it and stuff like that too. So prayers and thoughts to the family of Crows and stuff, and just want to shout out to everybody who was watching.
Daniel Holloway, your third place finisher. I put him in the wrong room. He's gonna be mad at me for that one. So guys, that is it. That is gonna do it for us here tonight. This was the Jimmy Crow Sr. Memorial, and it was an outstanding race. We saw Rick Seabrands bring it home, and in fact, the racing was so good and clean, I can't recall the last time that I got done at this moment, 5 minutes before the top of the hour. That's how clean this racing was. These guys did an outstanding job. Hats off to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the show. And we are going to leave you with one more moment of silence. This is a tough loss for the racing community here tonight. So until next week, when we head to Daytona International Speedway, I hope you all stay safe. I look forward to seeing you next time.